Oh, yeah. Ordinary Average Guy Podcast Show. Oh, yeah.
You sound a little flat on that one.
Oh, that's the new intro to the... We're going to try that one more time. All right, we're going to try that one more time. I'm just afraid I'm going to be too loud. All right. The new intro to the podcast right here.
I think you should say the song and then do that little thing. No?
Ordinary Average Guy Podcast Show. Yeah.
That wasn't bad.
That's the new intro to the song. Oh, wrong. Yeah.
All right. Button happy over there.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. The Ordinary Average Guy Podcast Show, episode number 36, I want to say. And we have another guest on the show, if you will. Cassadilla is back. She was, if you don't know Cassadilla is my wife, my significant other. And she comes on the show once in a while, sometimes as a guest, sometimes as a co-host. And this week, she's on as a guest because I wanted to have her on to talk about what she does for a living sometimes.
Occasionally.
Yeah, occasionally nowadays.
At this stage.
Well, yeah, because now you're a professional homemaker, right?
Yep.
A lot better than a home wrecker.
Jeez, yeah.
Yeah. So, but you're a homemaker, but you still on the side, you're a vet tech.
Correct, yep.
So that's a veterinarian technician.
Well, it's veterinary technician, not veterinarian technician.
Oh, okay.
The difference.
Okay, so you're a veterinary technician.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not going to lie to you. And you were gone last week in Orlando, Florida, on business, if you will.
Yeah.
Correct. Well,
CE.
CE. What does that stand for?
Continuing education.
So, like, what do you have to continue to learn? Do sometimes do
Things
the
change?
buttholes change?
No, I mean, drugs change, protocols change for anesthesia, all sorts of stuff. Different techniques, different tools, different products come out.
Like how you shouldn't lay a dog on its back, or a baby dog on its back, or something like that.
Baby, things are a lot more complicated than you're making it seem.
Well, I just don't understand how things are changing, and I don't get it. Like and I'm talking continuing education forever, everything. Like I work in a field where I work with engineers, and they always need their continuing education, and I got to get so many points. And it's like, why?
You're just jealous because you don't get to go anywhere.
I don't need to continue education because I'm smart enough.
I guess, yeah. Not much changes with asphalt.
Hey, we don't tell people what I do for a living. I'm gonna cut. and
it's fine. What is the big deal? We talk about everyone else what they do for a living, but we can't talk about you.
No one knows who I am.
Oh my God, people know who you are.
And anyway, and a lot of things change with what I deal with.
All right,
actually.
well then maybe you should talk to someone about doing some CE. Tell them you're not really up to par.
Well, anyway, this is getting off topic. But anyway, you were gone down Orlando, and you basically left me with the children for 5 days, which
you signed off on.
I did sign off on, but people don't know that they're 6 years old, 4 years old, and 2 years old, and it was difficult.
It was fine. You had mothers helping you, people making food for you.
No, one. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah,
you're right.
it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I mean, but it was kind of bad. It was rough. I was very stressed out. I had a tension headache behind my left eye.
When I called you, you always look like you're literally pulling your hair out.
Well, and you, on the other hand, were in Orlando, and you're supposed to be getting your continuing education, and all I ever see is you sending Snapchats, which, by the way, I was off of Snapchat, but I was told by many people that I needed to get on Snapchat to look at your Snap story because you almost got arrested at the airport for cocaine.
I almost didn't get arrested at the airport. Who told you to look at my Snapchat story?
I think my mom or your mom or somebody was like, "Can you believe Kathy almost got arrested?"
I didn't get almost arrested. I brought
cocaine to an airport.
No.
Who would have thought that you would have gotten in trouble for
I know,
that?
right? No, actually, I brought protein powder in Ziploc bags on my carry-on bag in a blender bottle that were unmarked. And they were chocolate, and they were brown.
And I never heard of brown cocaine anyway, so it's like, why did they
Oh.
even make a big deal about it?
Well, I don't know, because I don't know. It was a whole thing. A whole thing. I was there for like 30, 45 minutes, somewhere around there, testing all the bags, swiping everything. Since my bag got pulled, everything in my entire bag had to get wiped down, my shoes, they had to look at my toothbrush. It's a lot of stuff.
No kidding. And there was another person in with you too, right?
Yes. Yeah, so I was at the end of the table waiting for my bag to get checked, and this girl comes over, and she has quite watery eyes, and I was like, I don't know. This was 4:30 in the morning, so I, didn't really say anything to her. But then she's like watching them check my bag, and she's like, "Well, what do you got there?" And I said, "Oh, it's a protein powder, but it's unmarked, and they don't know what it is, so they have to do all this testing on it." And then I said, "Well, do you know what's in your bag?" And she said, "Yeah, I think I know what they're looking at." And I said, "Oh, well, what is it?" And she said it was her vibrator. And I was like, "Oh shit,
Oh,
Mike's
boy.
not looking so bad." And then I said, "Well, is it at least inconspicuous?" And she held her hand in like 6 inches apart, and she's like,
Oh.
"No."
Oh boy.
She was sweating bullets, but they didn't pull it out. She ran over there, and I think she might have told them what it was. But then they said it wasn't even that. It was that she had a 3-ounce bottle of lotion that wasn't in a Ziploc bag because it was a carry-on. So
And wasn't she gonna go see her boyfriend or
yeah,
something?
she's going to see her boyfriend. So whatever. And when she left, I was like, "Have fun."
So anyway, so you went down to Orlando, Florida, and you had a great time. You, I would say, have a spectacular time. So what else? Who? I don't even know how to bring this up because I'm kind of jealous of it. But you were talking. Hey, first things first. That orange cord down there, is that plugged into anything?
No.
Can you plug it in? We're gonna do a little pause here. We gotta plug in. Yeah, that cord there. In the wall there. Around the ball. So I'm losing juice. I'm on the thing here. Yeah, now we're good. Now we're talking. All right. Oh, did I even say that this is previously recorded from the Buxy Hootie Studios?
Do you need to say that?
I don't know. But anyway, so you met my favorite actor of all time,
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Costner.
Yep.
So, and believe me, we got to talk about your actual job as a vet tech here eventually. But you met Kevin Costner. Now, you met him?
Well, I got very close to him. All right.
Now,
so,
just so you know, you do have a hall pass with Kevin Costner. I'll let it slide.
well, it's good to know after the fact. You'd let it slide. Yeah, I'd like to see that. No, so the conference every year, they usually have like a kickoff speaker that happens right in the morning when it first starts. And it was supposed to be Patrick Dempsey, McDreamy from Grey's Anatomy.
Okay.
But then, I don't know, 3 days before the conference started, maybe even less than that, they emailed that Patrick Dempsey could no longer fulfill the commitment, and Kevin Costner was going to be taking his place.
That's kind of
What an upgrade.
yeah,
I mean,
that-
right?
yeah.
I never even watched Grey's Anatomy, so maybe.
And that's the only thing that he's in, I'm pretty sure. I have no idea.
I don't know. I mean, it was a
nothing about him.
long-standing show, but I don't know. But anyways, yeah. So he came out and he came down. Well, anyone that's my Snapchat friend saw this probably if they watched the whole Snapchat. But he came down the aisle and I elbow to elbow with him. And
Really?
yeah. Well, you saw it, and then he
I
looked
don't, you didn't
and
seem
he looked
that
right
close.
at. I was literally, I could see his freckles, his facial stubble hair. We're
Jesus.
that close.
Okay.
He's kind of a badass, though.
He is?
Yeah, I mean,
He's a badass?
I mean,
Of course he's a
kinda.
badass.
I know. I mean, kind of he says whatever the fuck he wants. A lot of F-bombs and,
Yeah.
it's funny. Like, cause then, like, so it's funny. So he brought this like intro movie thing with him to
Sure.
the whatever. And it was like all of his, like, tons of movies. I never realized, I guess, how many movies he was actually in.
Do you want to go down a Kevin Costner rabbit hole? Because I
Well, we
would love to.
could, I guess. Yeah. A lot of Westerns though, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, but anyways, so he brought it in, and it was good, and it was like kind of getting a little long. It was like, God, this is long, and then like it would like stop on the part where I don't know what. Okay, so maybe if I tell you the scene, so he's in a bedroom with a woman, and she's like in her pajamas, and she's like up on the bathroom sink, and he's like,
Yeah.
telling her.
No,
he's
what
like,
movie is that?
No, it's not Rumor Has It. I know which that one is.
It's not Rumor Has It.
And he's like telling
The
her
Upside
like,
of Anger. It's the Upside of Anger.
yeah, he was very
I
angry
didn't
in
have to
this
look it up.
scene.
I didn't even have to look it up.
Okay, yeah, but then he was
I
like,
think it's the Upside of Anger. Let me check it out. Anyway,
Okay,
yeah.
anyways.
Yeah, he's I'm sick of your shit or whatever.
yeah, and he's like, I'm sick of your shit. Yeah, so it was like, so it's just funny because like the parts that he paused on, like the act, because like a lot of it was just like background and music. It was just like, different quick 10-second shots of him in different films or whatever, like scenes of it.
Yeah.
But like on that part, he's like, I'm fucking sick of your anger. Like he paused on that part. It was like a whole set, like dialogue, and then the other part was some other movie where he's got a gun. He's like, I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker. So it's just like, and like the doctor that I was with, he's kind of more like, I don't know, he
He doesn't swear.
not really. So I was kind of like looking at him like, oh my god, I'm like, how'd you like the swearing? He's like, I didn't love it. and then there was like some sex scenes that they showed, like he like threw some girl like on a counter, and like totally going at it. Like it was just funny. Like the scenes that were like paused was like was that, and then he came out and the moderator just kind of sucked. Like they just
Oh, they
there
suck.
were two veterinarians, and I don't know if it's just that they got pulled into it because of like the last minute schedule change.
Sure.
I mean, they did all right, but it was just like they should just let him go up there and just talk versus like asking these stupid ass questions.
Right. That's a bummer.
Well,
But yeah,
well, there
from
was-
your Snapchat story, it seemed pretty. It seemed
well,
like
there
a
was
cool guy.
one funny part. They asked him like they kept asking him like in a roundabout way, like, "What do you want to do with the next chapter of your life? Like, where do you see yourself?" And he was like, "Well, I am single." He's like, "I don't know why the fuck I just told you guys that." I chuckled on that. Yeah.
So anyway, we're talking about you on this fun little trip that you had to Orlando, and I guess we don't even really know what the hell a vet tech is. I don't. Until I met you, I didn't even know what a vet tech was. I never even heard of it. Never. Fun fact: do you know who the most famous vet tech ever was?
Do you?
Yeah,
Oh, you just Googled it?
No, I
didn't
didn't
know
Google
most
it.
famous vet tech was even a thing.
Snooki.
Oh my
Jersey
god, she was
Shore.
never even a vet tech. Oh,
She was going to school to be a
yeah,
vet
she's
tech.
never even went. Yeah, okay. I cannot believe you just.
She wanted
Is
to-
that what Google came up with?
I didn't Google it. I remember that from
Oh my
watching the
God.
show.
That's embarrassing.
She wanted to be on the show, and I said, "No, you can't. I
Yeah.
already got a real
Yeah,
vet
she
tech
wanted to
on
be
the show."
Yeah. You should have let her.
So you're a city girl. So how did you even know what a
City
vet tech
girl.
was? Like, how did you
What do you
know?
mean? How do I know what a vet tech was? You think only people in the country have?
I don't know. I never knew what a vet
Animals?
tech. I never knew what a vet tech was in my life. Never knew it. Never heard of it. When
well,
we
yeah,
went on
because
our,
you never had a pet growing up.
I was farming when I was growing up.
Yeah.
I was farming.
Uh-huh.
We had real veterinarians, not some tech. Well, I'm just saying we had the vet come out to the farm. We never had a vet.
I bet
tech.
you sometimes a tech was there, maybe. Probably not.
Not that I ever
Not back
noticed.
then.
I never noticed it,
Well,
so I never knew what a vet tech was.
yeah,
but,
a lot of
but,
lot
but
of
essentially it's
large
a
animal
nurse.
veterinarians are just by themselves.
Okay,
But yes, it's a nurse. Exactly that.
and a
With a
dental
lot less pay.
and a dental hygienist and a
Yep.
nurse
And
and
anesthesiologist.
anesthesiologist,
Mhm.
and
X-ray tech.
X-ray tech. You're everything.
Surgery tech.
Surgery tech.
Yeah.
So you in
so
the
vet
medical
tech does
f-
all. Yeah.
and the vet tech does everything.
all that stuff. Mhm.
Everything.
Mhm.
And you get paid garbage.
Well,
That's an industry standard, right? That they don't get paid a lot of money.
not
right?
great. No, not for the work that. I mean, not for the labor. I mean,
Did you know that getting into it?
no. I did not know, and no room for advancement. I mean, there's nothing. You're not going up. You could go down. You're not going up
Oh,
unless
okay.
you go to be a vet.
Okay, well, let's maybe turn this into more of a lighter side of things. So how did you get into it then? Because you must have had it. You had a dog when you were
Well,
a
yeah,
kid.
I always had pets growing up, but I don't know. Honestly, well, I was going for nursing.
Okay.
Very snooky stages of vet tech, probably in comparison.
Okay.
And I don't know. I just didn't really like it that much. Or I kind of just was. I thought that the vet tech thing would be less people,
Oh.
but it's not that.
It's not like that at
It
all.
wasn't that. No.
Because you need to deal with owners.
Yeah, which is worse. I think.
Yeah.
And their actual money, not using insurance. So
Well, that's the thing. Because do they even have insurance for animals?
they do, but it's not really something that a lot of pet owners have, but they should have, from what I'm learning.
Oh, really?
Well, at the conference, yeah, that was a big thing.
Well, is it just some insurance guy trying to sell you?
No, I mean, really,
it?
like they do, like, so they actually talked to, interesting enough, they do stem cells on dogs, like stem cell transplants.
Stem cell research or whatever?
Well, the transplant, not the reason on dogs. There's a company in Tennessee they just started, and it's $85,000 to do it on a dog. And
Wait, what's this doing to a dog? Is this like fixing them up or something?
well, yeah, like if they,
I don't know what stem cell
so
research
after they have
is.
cancer,
What
they have to have gone through chemo.
This is on a dog you're talking?
Right? Yeah.
Who the hell's going to do this to a dog?
People do it. I know it seems crazy, $85,000, but people do it. So that the dog had to have gone through chemo, which is already pricey, and then had to be in remission. Then they can do the stem cell therapy. They harvest their own stem cells, or they can use cells from like someone in their same line. But that's pretty rare to find in a dog because it's not like where their mom or dad is.
Right.
But anyways, a pet insurance pays like 90% of that.
What?
I know. So, I mean, like people don't, so it's like.
Well, I never even thought that was a
I know,
thing.
right? But it is a thing when you don't. I mean, it is a thing. There's a lot of things that you probably don't think are things in the vet world.
Yeah, and I didn't even know that. Like you could do chemotherapy to a dog. I never.
Oh,
even,
sure, yeah.
They lose all its hair. I never imagined.
I don't actually think they do. I've never actually seen a dog go through chemo because it's really a biohazard thing. So we can't do it at like a standard general practice clinic.
What do you mean it's a biohazard thing?
Because you have to handle those chemotherapy drugs.
Well, that was another thing
So,
too.
like,
You handled all the controlled substances at your work.
Yes, yeah, I was in charge of those. Mm-hmm.
Is that something that like can people do? Like, remember back in COVID when everyone was talking about that horse drug, what was that thing that Rogan always talked about? Ivermectin.
Ivermectin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and everyone kept saying,
It's like a dewormer.
yeah, it's like a horse worm dewormer drug for horses."
Yep.
But then everyone is all like, no, yeah, you can use it for that, but you can also use it for this and this and this. So did you notice like there was a lot of drugs that like people
Well,
would
that's
want?
not a controlled substance drug. That's just a dewormer. So no.
Ivermectin is just something I can just go get at the
Well,
Fleet
probably
Farm.
a Fleet Farm. I mean, a very low dose, not probably for like a puppy. But that really wouldn't be even the right dewormer you'd want this day and age anyway.
Well, what the hell? So like what
I don't. If you're asking about ivermectin, I don't know.
I'm not asking you about ivermectin. I'm
Okay.
just using it as an example of
No,
do people
ours was
do-
like
do people
morphine,
do-
ketamine,
so that's like that's the
the
real deal.
euthanasia drug. Yeah, I mean,
Euthanasia drug.
yes,
What's that drug like?
it's bright blue, and
Oh, like
it immediate puts them into cardiac arrest.
what's Walter White's drug that he always called it? It was blue too. What was that called? Walter White.
Is blue meth?
Yeah. What was it called? What was the street name?
Oh my God! Oh, it's gonna. I watched this 6 times. I should know this.
Yeah, you watched the series 6 times.
Why can't I think of it? Oh my God!
So if you
I'll come back. Come back.
do you
to me in a
have
second.
what's that other drug that's coming across the southern border like no one's business?
Fentanyl?
Yeah, is that shit in your in there too?
No, not at my clinic, but they do have fentanyl patches they put on animals.
No, what the hell
It's
does
a patch
fentanyl
that
even do?
releases- I
What
don't
does
know.
it do?
It's a patch that releases small. They said blue sky meth. That's what it was called.
Blue sky?
That's what Google says, but
I
I don't
don't-
remember.
that doesn't
I don't
sound
remember
right.
it being called that.
I don't remember it being called blue sky
I
either.
don't know if they ever actually even called it. Anyways, fentanyl. Yeah, it's just like a patch. They put it on the dog. It gets released in like small doses. But
So
no, I don't
what-
think you actually like. We don't. I don't think I don't know. Not in my kind of experience, but maybe like specialized places.
So what does fentanyl even do? Is it like
I
a
don't know.
painkiller or something?
I have no idea.
Is it a painkiller?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, I'm just curious as to why, because they say that a little tiny amount can kill you. So it's like, well, geez, you better be careful with it. You know, if you're dealing with it at your office.
It's a narcotic analgesic. So yeah, it's like an opioid, and it relieves pain.
Weird. So people, you were in charge of these controlled substances. So you had to make sure that people weren't stealing them.
Yes, there was
Because what I'm trying to get at
there
is
was
that
log books, and I had to do counts every month of all the drugs that were in the clinic, and
So I'm
make sure
trying
they
to get at
matched
is
up.
that people drugs and human drugs are the same thing.
They're the exact same thing, 100%. Yes.
So if I want to take some ivermectin for my COVID, people should just get off my back.
You better come up with like a fake cow that you're gonna have to get. You're not gonna get enough for you.
No, I don't even.
No, but we've
I don't even believe in
we've
COVID.
definitely had weird like I've had was one guy I remember specifically. He kept wanting phenobarbital, which is an anti-seizure drug, but I don't really know. I guess I don't really know or remember what effect it would give to humans to take it.
Okay.
But it's a controlled substance, so every time someone refills it, they only get a specified amount, and you can't refill it until that they're out of the drug. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he kept calling, and he just was like a weird guy. So you just kind of got a weird vibe from him, just even having a conversation with him. But he would always like, oh, it knocked in my dog's water. Oh, I knocked it down the sink. Oh, I accidentally put it in a thing of water and dissolved. It was like always something, It's like, and then we have it noted in his file. So it's like, okay, Bruce, come on. His name was Bruce. But I was like, come on, you can't, whatever. But then me, being the stalker that I am, I C-capped him, and I found that he actually had, he just had gotten out of jail, at this one instance where he was, whatever, giving me the weird vibe.
Yeah.
And then I remember I called another clinic because he was hopping around to all of us, all the ones in our area.
Oh, no
And he
kidding.
was trying to, he was kind of using everybody. You know what I mean? He had he was established client at every clinic. So it was he was always getting a supply from somebody.
Do you give?
I probably shouldn't be talking about this, giving people
Yeah, you're giving people idea. Well, you're giving me. Do you give animals Adderall at all?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say I should get a dog.
Do you think all dogs have ADD? You think they
I don't even know what Adderall does. I just know it's supposed to help you lose weight. That's what I've been told.
Yeah. It's like cocaine.
Well, you should know about that. What is ow? Because of your airport story.
Oh. Yeah.
Jeez. All right. The weirdest animal you ever worked on. The weirdest animal you ever worked on.
Well, I've had to hold a snake, but I haven't really done anything like a snake for an exam. But I've drawn blood out of a bird.
How do you do that?
Out of their feather.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be pretty good at hitting the vein.
Definitely, yeah.
Well,
The veins are like threads, and cats too.
Well, I give plasma once in a while at BioLife, and it's like they just
Well, do you know that
they massacre my arm. I had to stop.
But do you
going
also
there.
know that they only have to have, they only have to hit a patient once on the floor when they're in training to be able to get out onto the floor?
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Their training is they're not a phlebotomist by any means, I don't think. They're just...
Oh, that's another thing that a
Trained on
vet tech is, a phlebotomist.
Sure, yeah. Yep, do a lot of that. Moving targets, want to bite you.
Yeah, that's no. Yeah,
and
usually
laying
humans,
on the floor, weird positions, trying to do that.
Well, you wrestle a lot of 80-pound dogs. I remember you always coming home and saying, "I had to wrestle an 80-pound dog today."
Yeah, they're always 80 pounds.
Yeah, always 80 pounds. So when you guys are working on a snake, let's say a snake comes in, and
I've only held it for an exam. It wasn't
Well,
a lot of
that's-
snakes. But I've done anesthesia on rabbits and stuff.
anesthesia on a rabbit.
Yeah.
So when a rabbit or a snake comes in, let's say a snake, and it's been a while, right? Because you've been doing
Well,
this for how
usually
long?
usually like stuff like that, like the exotic animals. That's what they're called. Like they only come in when they're sick. They don't really have like healthy checkups.
Okay,
I
just
know. I'm
let me
just
finish
saying.
my
Okay.
question. So, is the vet, the doctor on Google, like Googling this stuff?
Oh, 100%.
Really?
Well, it's not really Google. There's like a vet portal for
Okay.
vets.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, all the time. I mean, I remember, like if a pet was coming in the afternoon, like, and we knew what the problem was, like the vet would be like, oh, I got to block off time in the morning. So I got to look up what the heck to do with this thing that's coming in the afternoon. Like,
well, I guess that makes sense. You're just, doing research and studying.
but yeah, I mean, yeah, but I mean, like when you see a gerbil's got, or whatever, it's like, okay, well, you see a gerbil once every 8 months,
Well, that's
maybe,
what I'm saying.
or like
like
it's
if you're a doctor,
well, yeah, but
people doctor, you say this, you see people all day. It's just always people.
yes,
It's not like it's Bigfoot.
well,
one
right, but that
minute
also,
and
and they're looking up shit too. I know they are. I mean, so even when I was at my conference, I went to one session about how AI is like taking over stuff, or like how the medical field is gonna start
AI
using
scares the shit out of me.
using more AI. Well, hold
I
on.
don't like it.
So they were talking about the thing that I was at was more about how to use like Chat GPT to like talk to, like, to make like client communication stuff for owners and stuff, like to kind of, I don't know, streamline the whole extra work that vets have to do in vet techs.
Okay.
And they were saying that to use it to like have owners interpret blood work, because they said that Mayo Clinic has been doing that for like 10 years already. Like AI will interpret the blood work for the doctor, and and then they will, I guess, see if there's any weird flags, but they're not like the ones always sitting down looking at it and doing all that.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I did an unordinary opinion about how I'm not a big fan of AI.
Which is funny because like when you get a bill for something, it's like you get an X-ray done, and then it's like some doctor you never heard of is looking at it, and you're at like some other, Fox Valley Radiology. You're like, I didn't go there, and then you get a bill for that too.
Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. I've been learning a lot. You can get insurance for your dogs and cats. You can. I just can't believe that people would spend $85,000 on. I mean, but talk about the love that people have for these animals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, is it just insane?
Well, so the concert that was there that night was Dan and Shay.
Dan and Shay,
which is a country duo that we don't listen to. I didn't know anything about them, but apparently they're big. Or one of the guys, I can't tell you which guy, is a big dog person, and they have like a rescue, and sounds like they've spent a lot of money on their dogs. So people like that, I think, are that's the kind of people that don't have kids, and
yeah,
they make a lot of money in elsewhere. Like that wouldn't be that big of a setback to them to do something like that.
Yeah, that's crazy. We used to have a dog. We don't have a dog now, but I think we're starting to get the itch to get one again, huh? Maybe.
I think so. I mean, yeah.
There's
pros and cons to it.
We had a dog, and then we had to put him down because he kept. He's old.
He was old. He was like 15. And we were
shitting all over the floor all the time, and
he was getting a little crotchety towards the kids. And then Molly was 2 weeks away from being born, so
yeah. And then,
but anyways, yeah, the dog. It's hard.
Yeah,
it's
Molly,
hard to go back there when you haven't had one for a while, but
I know,
the kids would love it.
Yeah, the kids would love it. But the vet bills. That's why, because you're not really doing it anymore, and.
Oh yeah, but I am doing it, so I still would have access.
Yeah. Would you tell someone listening to go and be a vet tech?
No. Definitely not. The average burnout for the career is 5 years.
What does that even mean, burnout?
So the average person only works as a vet tech for 5 years.
Why? How is that even possible? How long did you have to go to school?
Because it's a terrible job. Just kidding.
Say it. Who gives a shit? You went to school for how long to be a vet tech?
2 years.
2 years. Now, here's the thing. Maybe I want to get this out into the world. You are all these things, but could you go and be a phlebotomist at the doctor's office?
Oh, I definitely could do that, but they make probably less than what I was making.
Oh, really?
They don't make that much.
We need to do something about the medical field, huh?
Well, I was thinking too, but then you're doing that, and then it's like, well, then you might have to work holidays, and it's like,
yeah.
I think that was another reason why I did the vet tech thing, because I wasn't as like, you're not following the human, medicine.
What do you mean by that? You're not following the human, like as in like no one's gonna bring their dog in at midnight kind of thing?
Well, people do that.
Okay, so what are you talking about?
I don't know. Like, I guess, like, I mean, depending on if you didn't work at a pediatric or like just a, wellness clinic or something. But, I mean, you probably have to work like a full weekend out of a month versus
just a Saturday morning.
Yeah, or whatever. I don't know, or just more like, I work Thanksgiving this year, so I don't gotta work Christmas. But next year I don't have to work Christmas. That kind of thing. Like.
That's true.
I mean, if you're in I mean, there's so many different routes to go with nursing, but
when you were a vet tech at a actual office, that was a big thing, right? Thanksgiving, you knew that Friday was going to be a lot of animals coming in with.
Yeah, I mean, any day that was closed, and
bones
the
in their
next
stomach.
day, yeah, definitely that one, or the Monday because they wait over the weekend, and then it's emergency.
Yeah. So,
your poor planning is not my emergency, and that's my favorite thing to say in vet med. But you don't actually ever say that to someone, so you're real pissed off.
I got a guy at work that says it all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
About asphalt?
Stop talking about asphalt. People are gonna find out who I am, and I can't have that.
You put it on your Facebook.
No, I don't.
Oh my God, you do too. This guy is so funny. He's going to have the greatest podcast.
No, that's a fan of I appreciate that guy.
That's you posting it, Justin. You're so stupid. So I was sick of this facade you have going on. We can talk about my career and my name, but we can't talk about you.
I never said your name at all. I'm
People
calling
know
you
my name.
Cassadilla.
Oh my God. Okay.
Gee. This whole thing's going down the shitter. Vet tech. What else can we talk about being a vet tech? I'll tell you what. So I've had a drummer on here, and I've had a professional wrestler, and now I got a vet tech. And I think that your job might be the hardest of them all. Wrestling those 80-pound dogs. What was it?
Well, their jobs are hobbies. Jobs.
Professional wrestling is difficult.
And he also has a job.
What was the did I ask you what your were you ever scared? Were you ever legit scared when you were doing a vet tech?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, tell me about it.
Well, I've gotten bit.
Really?
Justin, you know that.
The listeners don't. Do I have to remind you how this works?
I know. Yeah, well, I mean, usually when you get bite, it happens so fast you don't have time to be scared.
Okay.
But this one instance, I had this dog like stalking me in our like our back treatment area in the surgery room was connected, and this dog, the hell was it? I think it was a Mastiff. Yeah, it was a Mastiff. So big dog.
I've never even heard of a Mastiff.
They're huge.
Tell it Mastiff. I gotta look that up. How do you spell that?
Mastiff. Anyways, it was a Saturday morning, so we're short-staffed. We have one doctor, one tech, one receptionist, one assistant. So
Mastiff. I know what this dog is. It's like, it's like Beethoven.
No, that's Saint Bernard. The size would be similar though.
No, this
Justin,
dog looks like.
Justin, don't even argue
No,
with me
it's
about
not
it.
Beethoven. This is the dog in
You see how tall they are though? You're just looking at a tiny picture
This
of their
is
face.
this dog that's in the movie Sandlot.
Oh, I don't know. Okay.
Okay.
Anyways,
You never seen the Sandlot, huh?
I don't remember the dog.
Forever. Okay. Anyway.
So we're short-staffed. The dog had an ear infection, so it's painful. Whatever. What do you keep looking at?
I'm looking at the meters to make sure that we're not too loud or too quiet.
Okay. Anyways, so I don't really remember the entire story, but the dog got pissed that we were in its ears, and it it was weird because instead of like just getting up and snapping, which is what most dogs would do, like this dog was like plotting his revenge against us. Like it was weird. So anyway, so the dog,
Where was the owner during all this?
they were in the exam room and we had to bring the dog back because it wasn't behaving in the in that. And the thing is huge. Like you needed 3 people to hold it. I mean, it was like over 100 pounds. And the dog, right, I can't remember that exactly. The dog ran after my coworker and like there was a door and she shut the door because the dog was like after her because I was holding the dog and she was the one cleaning the ears. So she was, dog was going after her. So she ran out and this is a big metal door.
This is a vet or another vet tech?
Assistant.
This is an assistant.
So
okay, so
lower than me.
Oh.
Yeah, well, lower. I shouldn't say that, but
yes,
on the job training. Yeah.
Hierarchy.
But anyway, so
Hierarchy.
so I'm holding the dog. She's doing the cleaning, and she runs out the door, and I'm like pushing on the door, trying to get out. I'm like, her name. I don't want to say her name. I'll just say Kelly. I'm like, Kelly, let me in. You know, and she's like, the dog, and I was stuck. With
So now
the
you're in
dog
the room
in the area.
with the dog.
Yeah, yeah. And the dog is like going after me, and I'm pretty sure if I remember, I'd like jumped up like on a chair or on a table or something. But anyway, so then she let me in. The dog is like freaking out, going back and forth in this room, trying to like find where we are, and we're like stuck behind this door, like holding it shut.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the way that our clinic was, like she could kind of go around the outside and got in through the other door, which is where we were in, and then. Like I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. Like, how am I supposed to get out of here? Like this dog is like after us. So then I went and got like a big bucket of treats and I just started throwing treats at
Chocolate?
it. No, they were like freeze-dried liver.
Yeah,
I give it chocolate, Justin. Come on.
Well, I know. Maybe
Yeah, okay.
you're pissed off.
I was pissed off. I wanted them to fire this dog after this. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm like, you know, but this story is, this was like almost 10 years ago. So I'm leaving a lot of the crucial details, but so I'm, you know, throwing the treats at the dog, trying to get it to walk back to the owner, like without it, like trying to kill me, basically. Yeah, whatever. So then after that dog left, I was like, I ain't fucking touching that dog ever again. Like that story didn't sound scary, but it was scary. It went on for like 20 minutes.
Did the owner hear you say that?
No, but the owner was like stupid. Like they're just like they shouldn't have this dumbass dog that's huge.
Yeah, right.
It doesn't behave. They have little kids.
Yeah, they're dumb.
It doesn't have any.
They're
They don't have any control. Yeah. But anyways, I wanted to fire. I was like, we should fire them. Like, 'cause we have fired clients. The dog's not
You can fire a client.
Oh, sure. If the dog doesn't cooperate or
Sure.
what have you. But then they were like, no, we can't fire this one because they made our mailbox. So we had like a wood mailbox that was like out in the main hallway, which is like had all the doctors, like their slots, like we'd put charts in, and then like we all had mailbox. Like they made the mailbox, so we really shouldn't. It's like, okay, we'll just let the dog eat somebody then. Like that's the kind of place.
That was the good old days.
Yeah. So then I was like, well, put my name. I'm not going on that chart.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, it just, you could probably talk for hours about bad owners, though, I bet.
Oh, yeah.
Probably more so than good owners.
Yeah. I always remember the bad things.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, we're at 40 minutes. We're a little under 40 minutes. Do you have any other cool stories you would like to talk about? How's the new setup?
So.
Do you like
have
the
any
new setup? Do
stories
you like the audio?
Yeah, I like it. Do you have any stories about being home with the kids that you want to talk about?
Well, not really. It was just tough.
Yeah, so tough.
Well, see, what you don't understand is that I come home every single day and help with the kids. Mm-hmm. It's just the way, it's the facts.
Yeah, but it's not like you're like jumping there like, oh, what can I do? Like, tell me where you need me. It's not like you're doing that. You're playing your guitar. You're sitting on your phone. You're looking at the computer. I'm not sitting on my phone,
and I'm not looking at the computer.
You used to.
Okay, that was
before January 1st. You did.
Goddamn right.
Yeah.
And I play my guitar in the morning. The morning.
And at nighttime. And let's just both admit, you're not jumping in like, where do you need me? What can I do? Is there laundry to be folded? Like, you're not doing that. I know. I'm just saying, like, oh my God.
That's not the point.
I got all the clothes ready for you. I figured out the meals. Our moms made 3 of the 5 meals for you. The kids were at school most of the days.
Then explain why I had such a headache.
I don't know, but I'm waiting for credit. Credit's due.
There's your credit. All right. That's enough of that.
Oh my god.
All right, so that is our segment on being a vet tech. All right.
I'm heavy on the sound effects.
Now we're gonna go on to our. Let's see if we have any emails this week, and we do. We have 2 emails. Do I have any Facebook messages? I don't think so. Again, you guys can find me at the Ordinary Average Guy podcast show, and you can find that on Facebook. You can also find that on all of the major streaming platforms, so YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, on them all. So please find the podcast, like it, subscribe, share it. I have a goal of being like a really cool podcast in Northeast Wisconsin here. So I think I talked about that once before. So make sure to like and share and do all that stuff. I appreciate it. Emails. All right. And then you can also email me at jkenoag@outlook.com. We have a good buddy here, Lou Sassel is back.
Oh, yeah.
Some interesting guest ideas. Oh, okay. Thanks, Lou. Would be to have a local politician on, a police officer, a Jehovah's Witness, and a member of the Amish community.
Wait, what?
These are, I've asked before. I asked people in the past to.
Oh, yes. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't
I'm a
ever
little
listen
behind.
to the show.
Wait, so what was the question?
Well, I just said, hey, if I'm having guests.
Oh,
on,
you're looking for ideas.
Looking for ideas.
I got it. Okay.
So he said a local politician, which I actually could probably pull that off. Actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. As a matter of fact,
You should clean up this basement if you're gonna do
a
that.
local politician just wished me happy birthday on my Facebook page.
Who, the mayor of Manitowoc?
Yes. He wished me a happy birthday.
Sweet.
So I could probably get him on the show.
Yeah, he might not want that though.
Why not?
I mean, he's got like a reputation.
What is that supposed to mean? He's got a reputation.
I don't know. Like, you're gonna bring him down to this?
No, we'll do it upstairs. Or I'll go to his office. I can travel now with my new Zoom pad pod track thing here.
You gonna do your sound effects? If you do that? All right. Don't overdo it. Cool. Now
Yeah.
you just took them out of the bag. Everyone knows what you got.
Anyway, so yeah, local politics. I'll have to work on that. That'd be a good one. A police officer. I could probably.
Who?
Oh,
Should get our financial person's husband. That
yeah.
would be a stretch.
Why do you think that'd be a stretch?
Well,
I think
isn't he
she
like a
listens
big-
to the show.
Oh, well, if you're listening.
Yeah. Okay, and he's a canine officer, or was, right?
I think he's like a detective. Like, I think he's actually higher up now.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we'll have to work on that. A Jehovah's Witness. I don't know how I'd pull that off. And a member of the Amish community. Again, I don't know how I'd pull that off, but
Bring some deodorant down here.
Jesus. Because Cassadilla, we're trying to be, you can leave that kind of talk at the door.
Can you cut that out?
No, I can't
You
cut
gotta cut that out.
I don't know how to cut it out.
You cut all the other crap out.
I
that
don't
you say.
cut nothing out.
Cut that part out.
We have another email here from Mel. You should do an episode with a guest on how to start and maintain your own LLC. That's a fantastic idea. I got an LLC once upon a time, a while back, and I had no idea what I was doing, but I figured it out, got the LLC, and then obviously that business didn't really, nothing ever happened to it, and it just kind of went away, I guess. But I should follow up on that and make sure I'm not like owing taxes or something.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
But thank you very much. Do you have any ideas for other people that we could have on the show? Guest ideas? I'm gonna have an actor on the show coming up.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
an actor, a legit professional actor. That's what he does for a living.
I know. I am aware of who it is.
Yeah, okay. He's going to be on the show next week, I think. So that'll be a fun
I'll have
episode.
to think about that.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you're sitting at home and you want to have ideas on who could be on the show, send them over to jkenoag@outlook.com or on the Facebook Ordinary Average Guy Podcast Show. And also send me any questions that you have. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. So now we are on our way to the Unordinary Opinion of the Week segment of the show. Okay. I don't know about you, but my unordinary opinion this week is that I feel like people are going... We are doing the flag half-staff thing way too much.
I don't want to comment on that.
Why not?
There's a lot of bad stuff going on.
I don't know. I just feel like the flag is always half-staff. Every day it's like half-staff.
Okay, I have thought that before. Not recently, but before. In the past. But it's also like maybe someone's just too lazy to raise the flag.
I don't know. That'd be a pretty damn shame. I think it's legit. When I was a kid, the first time I ever even heard of the flag half-staff was 9/11.
Yeah,
always,
same. Mm-hmm.
Don't forget.
That was half for a while.
Oh, yeah. And that was like...
I know, but then it's like, at what
that
point
was
are you like,
supposed to
okay,
be-
let's raise the flag? Like that's...
After
you know
a while,
what
I think, yeah, it has to be like a consensus,
Right, but who's making that consensus?
But I'm talking 9/11. You remember where you were on 9/11, right? Remember
I
that?
think so. I mean, I was like in 4th grade,
Yeah.
right?
I think I was in 6th grade.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I remember... I don't know what I remember.
I think I know.
I remember we went down and watched it all on TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the gymnasium.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, and I remember sitting down there watching this. I'm like, holy shit, we're going to watch TV all day today. And I was like, I'm not going to have any homework tonight. That's what I remember.
Well, probably a lot of people. I mean, you probably didn't get the gravity of it when you were...
Yeah, I didn't get the
10
gravity
years old.
because it was on TV every day, and I used to come home and watch reruns of The Simpsons, and it was always the news was on.
Mm-hmm.
When you're a kid like that,
Yeah.
But I also remember the flag being half-staff, and that was a big moment.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like if someone... I just feel like the flag is half-staff too much. Now, I'm sure there's bad things that are happening, but it's like... Shouldn't it be like...
Yeah, but is the flag half-staff, is that like a local thing or a national thing?
It's a national thing,
I know,
think.
but like, could you just like put your flag at half-staff if you wanted to?
I don't think so. I think
Okay,
there's...
here's a perfect example. Remember Jamie Clausen?
Jamie Clausen, the girl from like the upper...
Way up, yeah.
She got kidnapped,
Right.
and then she...
Like, wasn't the flag half-staff for her? Like, you know what I mean? I swear it was.
Don't. Flag half... Who comes up with flag half-mast?
Not who come, actually, who
decides?
yeah.
I'm sure it's Congress or some shit.
You think Congress is like emailing everybody like, okay, Wisconsin, put your flag down? Like, I don't think they really give a shit about where the flag's at. So I said, I think people just get too lazy.
Who decides if
Because I remember when I used to go to Fox Valley Tech, I would always drive past that flag on College Ave. It was like right in the middle of railroad tracks, and I would always be like, who's coming out here to lower this flag in January? Or raise it,
Who decides if flag is half? The president, a state governor, or the mayor of the District of
What about
Columbia?
a city mayor.
I'll find out in a couple weeks.
All right, well, make sure you add that to your list.
The president, a state governor, or the mayor of the District of Columbia can order flags to fly at half-staff. In most cases, an American flag flying at half-staff marks one of 3 observances: the death of a government official, military member, or emergency first responder.
Okay, well then we definitely are putting the flag down too much.
Yeah.
It's those three things.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's every other day it's half-staff. It's like, come on, guys. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. I mean, are we a little too liberal with the flag at half-staff? I don't know.
Or have you never thought about this before in your life? That could be very possible too.
All right. Song of the week. I have a song of the week. I will give you a shot at it if you have one. Hey, you're looking at your Shazam. This
Oh
will
my
be
God,
fun.
guess how many songs I have Shazammed as of this moment? 666.
666. Oh my God.
I know, I should Shazam something
Shazam
quick.
something.
I don't play a song.
I felt the rains down in Africa. Shazam it.
So I have a lot of
How the hell do you have that many songs Shazammed? I only have
Okay, so the
151.
So the funny thing is about Shazam is like I Shazam stuff even if I don't if I Shazam it doesn't mean that I like the song. Sometimes I just want to know who it is.
Yeah.
So I don't want people like look at my Shazam like, oh my God, she likes that song. No, I just was trying to find out who the hell is singing this terrible song.
Oh,
kind of thing.
That's a good point because I think people are probably thinking like, oh, these are the Shazam songs. But
so when I was in Orlando, this weird guy picked my friend.
Picked you up?
Picked my friend and I up, yeah. And he was playing the weirdest music. So I Shazammed it because I was like, what the hell is this?
Sure.
And I mean, like, it's by Elbow.
Elbow? Play it. Play a segment.
Can I do that on
I
here?
don't give a shit. What's going to happen? Are they going to take my podcast away?
Well, you're all worried about your identity.
I know. This was in the guy's car?
Yeah, but if you would have seen the guy, did not match up. Like,
Oh, yeah.
It was like, no. I mean, it was Orlando. I mean, it was,
You profiling.
maybe.
The song of the week. I have a song I've been practicing on the old guitar every morning. Lola by the Kinks. Do you know that song, Lola?
Well, I know because I've been hearing you play it, but yeah, I know what song it is.
It's a fun. I like. I didn't.
What
really,
made you come up with that song to play?
Well, I like the song. I like it.
I know. What made you come up with learning that song on the guitar?
Lola, L-O-L-A, low. Well, because I trying to find songs that use an acoustic guitar. Obviously, most.
Are you kidding me? I've been giving you songs.
You have been giving me songs.
That one song I want you to play.
What Dashboard Confessional?
It's a good song. You'd probably be good at it.
Yeah, I know. But I'm trying to find songs that have cool little riffs and shit in there too. So I don't know. I like this song. I think if I were to bust that song out at a party or something, people would be like, "Oh, cool, Jay Ken, you're sweet. You're good on the guitar."
Mm-hmm.
So Lola, the Kinks, check it out if you haven't. It's a fun song. I like it. Any other thing you want to talk about?
Nope.
That should do it. It's a short podcast this week, only 53 minutes long.
Perfect.
Hey, I want
much on the buttons.
I want everyone to say I want another thank you to our guest Cassadilla.
Thank you.
All right, and we'll see you guys next week from the Buxy Hootie Studios. Ordinary Average Guy podcast show.